Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home, and welcome if you're new here. Now we just now got back from Alaska, and first sniff of this refrigerator tells me that I need to get it cleaned out. So we're gonna start off by getting that cleaned out. I also need to get some grocery shopping done so we can refill the refrigerator. And my grandkids' snack drawer are completely empty, so I wanna get that filled up too. I can't wait to talk about my son's beautiful wedding, but I also want to talk about all the shenanigans that happens behind the scenes during an event like this. And trust me, there were many. Okay, first, so let's get started with the refrigerator and then we're going to have that talk. All right, so this is what we've got going on in the refrigerator. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out so that I can clean the drawers and the shelves. And then we're going to go grocery shopping so that I can get some things put back into this refrigerator. Some of these things, like that orange juice, that was bought for company when we had company here 2 or 3 weeks ago. My husband and I don't drink orange juice, and obviously they didn't drink orange juice either. So I'm going to check the expiration date on it. If it's still good, let's see, it says July 22nd. So I'm going to go ahead and probably pass that on to either my mother-in-law or one of my daughters. So let's get in here and let's get all this stuff removed so that I can get these drawers and the tops of the shelves cleaned off. Let me open this drawer so you can take a look. This is like where our cheeses and some of the grandkids' cold snacks go. So I need to get in here and take a look at the cheeses and get the things out of here that shouldn't be in here anymore. Okay, and let me take you over and I'll show you my grandkids' snack drawer. Like I said, the snack drawer is completely empty. Usually these bins are all filled with things that the kids like. We bought these. Grandkids do not like them. Not even one of my grandkids like them. Now, they do taste pretty good if you crunch them up and maybe stick them on top of a salad. So it's kind of like a little Parmesan crouton. But other than that, grandkids do not like these. Okay, let's get busy. All right, so as I remove everything out of the refrigerator, we're going to talk a little bit about my trip to Alaska. But first, if you're new here, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Michelle, and I am the mom to 3 moms and a dad. I started this channel to encourage women to reclaim the peace in their lives through cleaning, organizing, and setting up routines. My goal here is to help you set up sensible routines to keep your home reasonably tidy without spending hours one day a week trying to get everything done. Now, if you're interested in this type of content, I hope that you'll click that subscribe button. So, I want to thank all of y'all for all the love that you gave me in last week's packing video. It really means a lot to me that you took time to send me love on my visit to visit my son for his wedding day. Y'all often hear me talk about my daughters because they live here in town and because we've made videos in their homes in the past. Now, you've heard me mention my son, but yet you don't really know much about him. Well, my son is my firstborn child. I had him when I was 17 years old, my senior year of high school. In a sense, we grew up together, although I was very mature for my age and I took motherhood very seriously. Blake is now 35. Well, he moved to Alaska when he was 18 years old because he wanted to spend some time with his father after he graduated high school. He did go on to college where he got a degree in business finance, minoring in accounting, and a minor in ethics, focusing on business ethics. He went on to have a daughter named Peyton, who is my 3rd born grandchild and my 2nd granddaughter.
Got a dopamine rush, got a major league crush when you're next to me. Got my heart upon my sleeve, can I hide the way I feel when you're next to me, girl? Got the kick in every move and I fought it's like a fool for you, for you. Wish I knew just what it was, but why should I make a fuss? Just stay next to me, girl, next to me, girl. Something special, don't know why, something special that I like about you, about you. There's a mystery entwined, something negative you find about you, about you. And you're the only one to say, got me
So in this all-purpose spray bottle, I have a little bit of water with some vinegar and just a little bit of Dawn soap. I'm going to go ahead and spray the inside of the refrigerator with this. I'll use my microfiber cloth and we'll go ahead and get this cleaned out. I like to go ahead and spray everything first. It gives it time to work. Have it work for me instead of me working. It's working for me. Once I get it cleaned out, I'll come back in and dry it with a dry cloth to shine it back up. As with anything, I like to work from the top to the bottom. Now I have to get up on a stool so I can reach all this, but I prefer to work from the top to the bottom. That way anything that falls won't mess up what I've already cleaned. Get a towel and dry that off real quick.
Special about you.
When we go to Alaska, my desire isn't to see the sightseeing. What I really desire to do is the everyday things that they do that I miss out on. As you know, I'm with at least one of my daughters every day of the week here in Texas. So when I go to Alaska, I want to spend all my time doing those daily things that I have the pleasure of doing here with my Texas grandkids. So on our first day there, I was able to take Peyton to her gym class. Yes, I was that grandma that stood there the full 2 hours recording every one of her skills. We also got to come to this beautiful lake that is very close to Blake and Cassie's house. Peyton likes to come here on occasions and go swimming. On this day, Peyton was swimming with her friend Madeline. Now, her friend Madeline is the daughter to Blake's elementary school best friend. His name is Corey. He came here from Texas to be with Blake on his wedding day. And my heart was so warm to see these boys together now as men and fathers. It's amazing to me when I step back and I look at these beautiful blessings that God has given me. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. You make me wanna do better. Look how fast she is.
Yeah,
she's a very
Lulu,
good swimmer.
Come here, Lulu. Good girl. Not a good girl. Ooh, she got you good.
So as you know, my anxiety disorder oftentimes tries to come in and steal my joy, but I've made it a point to not allow it to take over my life. I don't want to miss a single thing that I once loved doing before I was hit with this disorder. Now, one of the triggers to my anxiety is flying. It's not necessarily a fear of flying, but it's more of a fear that I will have panic while I'm flying. Now, I have many tools that I use that helps me, and I've had an opportunity to test that if things don't go the way that I would hope, that there are safe places for me on the plane that don't stir up more panic. So let me give you an example. Again, on one of the flights to Alaska, we had 2 of them because we had a layover in San Francisco. So the second flight that we were on, I began to have all the symptoms of panic before we even went up in the plane. Now, as you know, you must remain seated until you're up in the air and the seatbelt sign signals that you can get up. Well, one of my symptoms with panic is the urge to pace. This comes with the fight or flight that's attributed with panic. I was able to remain in my seat during the time, and I can't tell you how proud I was of myself because it's really not easy to sit when your body's telling you need to get up. However, once I was allowed to get up, I tried to go into the bathroom. I hoped that this would help to calm me down, but honestly, being in that small space oftentimes makes things worse. So, I did what I've done once before, like in our last flight that we had, and I just went up to the flight attendant and I let him know what was going on. And what I needed was to stand in front of the plane behind the wall where they were standing. And he was very kind to me, as most flight attendants are. They really do want to help you if you're in distress. He took time to talk to me and to try to calm me. He then suggested that I try a little bit of oxygen to help bring down my heart rate. Now, I was very reluctant because another trigger of mine is feeling different in my body, and I was afraid that the oxygen would do that to me. However, I took 3, maybe 4 very slow, short breaths of oxygen, and my heart rate did settle down. I tell you this because I know that there are others here on my channel who also deal with an anxiety and panic disorder. And I just want you to know that it's okay to reach out for help if you need it. There's no shame in having anxiety and panic. Many people have it, especially after what's gone on since 2020. But they either don't know it and they call it something else, or there's also others that have it and they're just too ashamed to admit it. Again, there need not be shame associated with this disorder that you really have no control over. This disorder is oftentimes associated with past trauma. So if you have a loved one that has encountered trauma, you wouldn't shame them because they are now afflicted with anxiety and panic. So don't shame yourself if you yourself are dealing with an anxiety and panic disorder. Give yourself some love and some grace the way that you would give a loved one in your situation.
Oh no, anxiety creeps up on me. Is this how it's supposed to feel? Tell me when it's over, I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone, it's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember, you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's a word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work.
Okay, so I'm going to go through everything that's here out on the counter. I'm going to throw out what's bad, and then we'll categorize all the good stuff, and then we'll get all this back into the clean fridge. Then after that, we're going to go pick up Madeline and her girls, and we're going to go to the grocery store. We oftentimes like to go grocery shopping together. Now, she does the majority of her shopping at Whole Foods, but she does pick up a few things at the grocery store that I go to. So we'll be doing that here in just a bit.
Work.
All right, so picture this. Okay, I'm laughing because I sound like Sophia on the Golden Girls. But seriously, you need to picture this. Now, after running around for quite some time, my son was finally able to locate a suit for the wedding. And he purchased it, and he had it ready at the Airbnb that they rented for the reception. Well, the night before the wedding, he tried it on, and he realized that it wasn't the right size. So the Airbnb was in Wasilla, which is miles away from Anchorage. So running to the store to find another suit just wasn't going to happen. So I suggested that my son message his dad and see if maybe he could wear his dad's suit to the wedding. But then I remembered that his dad was staying in Anchorage and should be able to run to the store where Blake got his suit and purchase the correct size for his jacket. So I messaged his dad and I got the sizes to him. Now, this was a huge relief. Or so we thought.
All the girls, they follow you around every day. What can I do to make you mine? Just look my way, I see you try to be cool, but it's not you. I'm the one that you want. So try me, babe. Watching from afar, wishing upon a star. If you could only see what I see, trying to open up your eyes, they've been wide shut, but I believe it's not a dream. I'm gonna change your mind about me. I gotta make you see me fit perfectly, like it's meant to be, so desperately. So just follow me, 'cause I've got the key. Let's unlock our box and find out what's inside it. Could be anything, a good thing. So let's change your mind.
All right, so one thing after another happened trying to get a new jacket. So at the very last minute, my son tried on his father-in-law's suit, and even though it was small, it would work in a pinch. Well, get this. My son and his friend Corey left early to set up the chairs at the wedding site, which was just off of a road. It was a main road going up the mountain. Now, I stayed back at the Airbnb with Cassie to take pictures of her, and I was also getting the chance to do my granddaughter's hair, which was just so special to me. Anyways, later on our way to the wedding site, we realized that it was more than likely that he was going to have to wear his father-in-law's suit for the wedding, and that we would need to stage the photos to make it appear that the suit fit. So again, picture this. My son is on the side of the highway, changing out of his clothes into his father-in-law's suit. There are cars passing by on the right of him, and Cassie is just on the other side of the road, standing beside her car, trying to stay out of sight. Well, remember how I told you that the suit didn't fit? Well, I don't know if being up that high in the mountains can do this, but I don't have any other explanation as to why the suit suddenly fit. If that is the case, and you are smaller in higher altitudes, you may find me moving in the near future.
Just give me a chance, spill your heart.
Look at that pretty girl. Okay, so the girls and I are here in HEB, and we're going to get a few things that I'll need for dinners this week. We will be running to Costco this weekend to get food for our 4th of July pool party. So what I'm getting is just enough for the two of us for this week, plus some snacks for the grandkids' drawers.
What's inside it? It could be anything, a good thing. So let's change your mind about me. What you got to lose?
Okay, so I picked up a rotisserie chicken that I will be cutting up here in just a minute. I also have some onions, bacon, some fresh spices, broccoli, asparagus, baby spinach, some chicken breasts, mushrooms, eggs, cream for our coffees, some bread, steaks, and I have a watermelon. I also have these snacks that I'll be putting into the grandkids' snack drawers. And here are some cleaners that I bought. Some of these I use regularly, and there's a couple here that I'm going to be trying out for the first time. Okay, so let's get all these things into the refrigerator, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you how this story ends. Now, my son has on his father-in-law's suit, which is gray, and not the black suit with the blush-colored tie that they were really wanting for the wedding, But hey, it is what it is. But anyways, at the very last minute, the rescue jacket arrived, and once again, it was a mad dash to change into the new suit. These memories only enhance the beauty of the wedding. The bride was beautiful, the venue was beautiful, and I'm just so happy that my son has found happiness and that they are happily blending their families together. Here's a photo of my newest grandson. His name is Parker, and he is a doll.
Blake and Cassie, it is with such joy that I now send you into this world to spread the beautiful light that you share with those around you. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you married. You may now kiss the bride. I am proud to Blake and Cassie Baker.
I was very honored to get to have this dance with Blake, my one and only son, my firstborn. He's who made me a mother. Is there any more beautiful place to have this moment but in this beautiful field at the bottom of this snowy mountain? It was absolutely stunning. So thank you all for allowing me to share this with you guys. And thank you for all those who sent me messages congratulating my son and his new wife on their wedding day. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up the refrigerator. I'm still putting things in there that we got from the supermarket.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete.
Okay, now it's time to get in here and let's pull all this stuff out. This weekend we're going to be going to Costco to pick up some more things. So I need to empty out as much as I can so that I have room to fill the refrigerator with that stuff. Have you ever had these hot dogs? These are the absolute best hot dogs. You know, they're more expensive because they're, you know, all natural, but these are really, really, really good. I'm gonna get out these crumbs and then I'll go in and spray it out.
Forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
This snack drawer is one of the very first things that the grandkids run to when they come over to Grammy and Papa's house. The parents even tell me that the grandkids talk about the snack drawer when they're at their homes. So I'm always so pleased to get some little snacks in here that they all like.
Sorry for the times I forget what it was like living life like a silhouette, tracing the line and ignore what's inside till you came into my life. Sometimes I see it all so clear. You are the reason I'm here. I was in the dark, but you were the light, guiding me through this night. Guide me through this night. Keep my head up towards the sky and look for you like a satellite. When things go wrong and I'm out of touch, you always find a way to send me love, and losing you.
When I'm at the store, I like to pick up a rotisserie chicken that I can pick apart and just store in the refrigerator. But now that chicken has gotten so daggum expensive, I only buy a store-bought rotisserie chicken on occasion, and on the other times I either cook a whole chicken in my air fryer or my husband will make a spatchcock chicken on the grill. Either way, we like to have some of the torn up chicken in a container in our refrigerator. Now we use this meat either for sandwiches or to put on top of salads. I also like to make a chicken salad out of it with little bits of celery, apples, grapes, and walnuts in it. Then we just use some crackers and we eat it for lunch.
Lying on our backs in the grass, underneath the midnight sky, you looked at me and asked, is this love and will it last? I couldn't help but laugh. Thought I was the only one wondering now.
So every 4th of July, you gotta have some watermelon. Lyndon picked this one up at the grocery store today, and she asked me to cut it up for her. So I'm gonna go ahead and dice it up and get it into this container.
Liberties on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You
Now this watermelon will certainly be gone by 4th of July. So I'll be getting another one, and I'm going to cut that watermelon into sticks. Have you seen this done yet? Basically, you cut the watermelon in half, and then you put the cut side down, and then you cut the watermelon into slices. You turn the watermelon, and you cut into slices the opposite way. This will give you like square sticks. Now the grandkids can hold on to the rind and just eat the watermelon right off of it. So this is always nice because the kids can sit in the pool while they eat the watermelon. I also like to give the grandkids ice pops while they're in the pool. This keeps all the mess off of my patio.
We'll be alright, just you and I, singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone.
I hope that y'all have a wonderful 4th of July. If you're watching and you sacrifice for our country, I want to take a moment and thank you. This includes wives, husbands, mothers, and children that served alongside our soldiers. Your sacrifice doesn't go unnoticed. I pray that God will continue to have his hand upon us. I would love to hear about your 4th of July plans down in the comment box. Like I said, we are having family over for a swim party, and we'll get to watch the fireworks while sitting in our pool. That should be a great time. I'll see you again in next Sunday's video, where we're going to do a new zone cleaning video. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.